got several other people who will be helping on Saturday, but you guys are going to be the ones that know what you're doing. So we're going to give you the good jobs, I hope. So thanks again for being here. I'm Jennifer Boren, and I'm volunteering to help on the food committee, and my job is to make sure that we get everything served on Saturday night. And then Anna Randazzo is here. She's over the food committee, so she's helped us get the food and make sure we have the tables set up right and make sure I'm doing my job. Good morning. And then Mr. Steve Greer with the Golden Ox is nice enough to make sure we have the food we need. So he's going to let us know how to do the hard stuff, which hopefully isn't that hard, really. So, okay, good. Well, I'm going to just go over a couple of general things, and then I'll turn it over to Steve. Basically, like I said, we're responsible for making sure that everybody has food Saturday night. And we're going to have some different roles, and we'll let you know on Saturday what your role is, but I would assume that for those of you here, like I said, the knowledgeable ones, you'll be serving our food. But we will have a drink station that our guests can go and get coffee and tea at. We're going to bring water to their tables, but they'll be able to get coffee and tea at the drink station. So we'll have probably one adult just manning that station. And then we have appetizers in the gym during the auction. So we'll have some students help us get the water, the cups, the food out there at the auction. That'll be pretty easy because I think we just put it out and we're just going to leave it out and clean it up. So that'll be going on. The drinks and the appetizers will be around 5:30 because that's when we let the doors open for those that want to come early and see what's for sale at the auction. And then we will be serving the food. We need you to sign in at the kitchen between 6:15 and 6:30 on Saturday. And if any of you have a problem with that, just let me know so I know what to expect. But we'll expect you to check in there. And then, does anyone need to be here early though for the food for the appetizer part?
Yes, it would be helpful if we could get a few folks
Okay.
earlier, 5:30 or so, if anybody.
She'll be here early.
And my child will be here too.
There were a couple of you, 3 of you that came in. I didn't get your names. Can you remember who you are? I didn't get your names. Remember it is.
She's probably on the list.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to put your name and email address down.
Eric Osworth.
Okay. I don't see you on my list, so I'll do the same. Good morning. Anyone else come in late? Okay. Well, I'll get those of you who came in late, I'll get you your names and email addresses before you leave, and then that way I can make sure you have all the information that you need. So we'll need a couple of you here at 5:30 on Saturday, and then the rest of you between 6:15 and 6:30, and you'll be serving the food. I wanted to let you know what we're serving. And Steve, let me know if I got anything wrong. Tossed salad, herb roasted pork loin, chicken marsala, au gratin potatoes, seasoned green beans, and rolls and butter.
Great.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's really good.
We're giving everybody the same thing. So if anybody at your table were to ask you, can I have something different, or can I only have this or that, we're not really able to accommodate that. So if you get in a situation like that, you're welcome to let me know. But I think it'll be clear to all of our guests that we're serving everyone the same thing. So we'll be placing the salad, dressing, rolls, butter on table early, and then delivering the plated food at the right time. And then after that, we will be serving cake. And it's going to be pre-cut, put on the plates for us. And then after the cake and everything's done, then we'll bus the tables. So that's how the night's going to flow. Make sure that when you get your role assignment that you don't trade, because we're going to assign people to tables, so it's important that you stick with your table. I think I've already mentioned in email too, we would like you to wear your class t-shirt and jeans, and if you don't have a class t-shirt, that's fine, you just wear some kind of Northwest shirt. And we will get to eat, but not until the cake is served. So we'll let you know on Saturday when we feel like it's the right time for us to grab dinner. And please don't use your cell phones during your work time. I think it's going to be pretty demanding and busy, so you wouldn't have time to use it anyway. And I think that that's about it. We will have some people assigned with the responsibility to make sure that the drinks stay full. Good morning. And so that would be the water on the table. Again, the tea and the coffee are for people to go and get themselves. So that's really how the night's going to go, and I'll turn it over to Steve, and then you can let us know how to really get it done. Thank you.
Well, the most important thing is to have fun. It actually is going to be a very easy evening. I haven't really understood everything that you're going to do, but I guess you're going to work in teams of 3 or 4, and you'll be assigned a table. So the most important thing is that someone stays with that group of tables. If 2 people are going back to get food, and somebody needs to stay there to either replenish water, ask what their needs are. There are only going to be 2 dressings on the table, so if they ask if there's going to be something else, it will be ranch and Italian. So there won't be any other. There won't be oil and vinegar or any other dressings that they might ask for. But those will be preset. The salads need to go down. Probably you're going to eat at 8 o'clock. So we say that you're going to preset the tables probably at around 7:15 to 7:30, because to get 330 plates out, it's going to take about 35, 40 minutes. I'll supply the trays. The trays probably on salads will be able to take anywhere from 6 to 7. If you don't know how to carry a tray, these trays are fairly big. I'll have 2 trained waiters that are our good waiters that will be splitting the dining room, that will help you with that procedure. But if you can't carry a tray like this and open the door, make sure you carry it like this, because it'll just all fall out. They're fairly big. They'll have tray jacks. Use the tray jacks. Last year, some people held it while people took the plates off. It's much faster to set it down on the tray jack, and then 2 people serve off that tray. So after you do that, you're going to preset the salads. You're going to have the water already done. The butter's going to be on the table, and the dressing should be on the table no later than 7:45. Then you just kind of sit back and wait. You wait for them to come. As soon as they finish with their salads, you clear the salads. Anybody been a waiter before? So you know what side to serve from, right? Serve from the right, and you take it from the left. So it's easy when you do that. You're going to pull the salad from the left side. The glass will always be to the right. That'll be fairly simplistic. These are disposable plates, disposable silverware. We'll have extra in the back, because there will be people that drop it. There will be people that forget and put it with their salad. You take it, and all of a sudden they don't have utensils. So there'll be extra utensils in the back if you need it. Then you come back to the back, and somebody stayed with that table. 2 of you will carry food out, and then you serve. When they're done, you're going to clear. You're going to come back, and you're going to go get the dessert. The dessert would be at will. So if they're done, don't wait. I mean, the correct way is you wait till everybody's finished eating. You don't have that opportunity tonight. So as they clear, and if they want the dessert, then serve the dessert, because there'll be some slow eaters. And if you wait for the entire table technically to be done, you could be waiting 45 minutes. That's pretty much the do's and don'ts of serving. It's just stay attentive, because a lot of times last year people left and people were going, I need extra silverware. I didn't get my dessert. I need more water. And water will be, I don't know, whatever you're serving, iced tea or lemonade, whatever the other product is, but they're going to be wanting it and demanding it. So they're your parents, so they're not going to get mad. But the plate is 2 entrees on the plate. And that does have au gratins and the vegetables, so it'll be a fairly full plate. We'll be serving off in 2 lines, so we can go to 2 different places to get it. Any questions? Pretty easy. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
You guys have any questions for us about what we might be doing, or where to check in, or?
Again, I'll have 2 guys out on the floor. I'll have another manager, another owner will be with me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to come up and ask right now.
Yeah. So we've given them the food. Do all 3 servers stay out with the tables while they're eating?
Wants to know if will all 3 servers stay with the tables while they're eating after they've got all their food?
Yes. Yeah, you stay on the floor. I mean, you never know when somebody wants something. You'd like to think that everybody drinks their iced tea at the same pace. It doesn't happen. So whenever you think that it's done, somebody's gonna want something. I mean, our rule is that you stay on the floor no matter what, if you have a table.
One of the hardest things to keep attentive to is keeping water filled. You know, so we'll have some pictures already filled, so just,
Yeah,
you know, go back and get another one and keep their water filled.
normal glass is 10 to 12 ounces, but when you put the ice in it, it's just not a lot of displacement. Yes.
Well, where do we check in? Like, when
Probably
we-
check in at the cafeteria.
Mhm.
Okay.
It will open, I think, at 6, and then you'll be there, and then you can come back at 6.
Yeah, last year there was a sign-in table right inside the cafeteria.
Do you want us to keep the table as clean as possible, like, when
Absolutely.
we can?
Uh-huh.
Because somebody said
It just,
last
it makes,
week, so,
it makes cleanup easier and faster for you all. If you stay on the table and all of you, I think there's 4 tables, 3 people. If all of you oversee that and then take it, then when cleanup time happens, you should only have, you know, a few glasses. That's typically what we look for, is just the glassware should be left, it should be full.
That's our plan, but we haven't gotten as many volunteers as we had hoped for, so if something, I think, has to give, then I think it's the busing of the table. So if you're available to take things that are no longer being used off, that's great. But if you have to sacrifice that in order to keep the water filled or the food coming, then do that.
But I'd say the rule of thumb really is pretty simple. If you're at the table, then do something. I mean, don't walk away empty-handed. It's, you have to go get something, you have to go get something, but take something with you if you see it, so it just makes it easier.
Because the room will be filled, and because there will be kids performing as well, so up on the entryway, there will be kids performing the entire time. So because there's so much going on, we really aren't gonna have the garbage bins in the middle of the commons like you guys have it for your lunch. So we won't roll those in until the parents leave. So if you're busing tables, you're literally taking it back to the cafeteria area rather than, you know, just dumping it into a bin. There's just no.
I will say one of the easy things to do is make sure that your tray jack has a tray on it that's empty, because you should bust that to the tray so you can take a heck of a lot more stuff away. So always have a tray there. If you're not serving food that's done, leave an empty tray on that jack, because you're going to clear it to that tray and you can take a lot more away.
do we check in at 5:15 or 6?
6:15.
And if you can come early, we'll use your help. There's
And then-
lots to do that day. If you guys want extra hours, we can always use your help. We will be here more like 5 o'clock.
That night, after you're assigned, I don't know if you're going to be pre-assigned or not assigned as to what your group is. You'll probably need to concentrate on setting those particular tables up at that time.
We are going to put you in a group. You'll have a name tag, and your name tag will be color coded. So everybody in your group will have that color, and you'll also be assigned to tables, and so that'll match to that table. So you'll know what your tables are.
We'll give you a table diagram on Saturday, so you know where things are.
With the desserts, there'll be extra forks back there, because they will, and you'll clear it and not know that you cleared it, and all of a sudden I have forks. So put some of the forks, you don't have to put them on the plate, put them on the tray. Plate might, the tray might have 10 desserts on it. Throw 10 or 15 forks on that tray and then be able to do it. We'll decide after we look at the chart. I've got to look at it first as to how we serve. I know that if you serve in the front first, and those of you that have tables in the back, then it gets to be a logjam as to how to get through. So we'll see how spacious it is. Last year was over 400, this year is 330, so it's going to be a little bit more spacious so that you can walk amongst each other. So we'll probably serve from the back side first, and then usually you serve the back and the sides and go this way and this way. Yes?
Given that they're, depending on how crowded it is with the tables, when they're done serving and you've got the tray set up, I'm assuming that you'll want to set those up around the outside, not close to the table.
You're going to have some in the middle.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can't service those people that are in the middle. There'll be tray jacks on the outside, there needs to be some in the middle. My two servers are gonna help do that too, so.
Okay.
They're not gonna be just pointing and directing, they're gonna be functioning too.
Okay.
Other questions?
But he's right, part of it, what he started off by saying is part of it's fun. I mean, we want you guys to have fun, we want you to interact a little bit with, you know, the parents that are there, and, you know, have fun with each other, just make sure that you know, you do your job, which is to get them served. So, just to let you know, the auction will have closed. The auction closes at 8, correct? Am I doing the time right? The auction itself will close at 8, so between 8 and 9, what the volunteers that are working on the auction will be doing is actually entering in who bought what at what price. And so basically what we're doing from 8 to 9 is occupying the parents so they don't leave. So we're feeding them and we're giving them some entertainment because at 9 o'clock they will go and check out. And that's when they will pay for whatever it is they have purchased as well as take it away. So that's kind of what's going on that evening.
Has anybody in here helped before? Do you have any tips or anything to share that we haven't already covered, since you know?
My mom is doing it, so I basically already shared everything with her. For the students, it's just stick to your tables. Last year there was a lot of confusion. It's not as organized as it was this year, but last year there was a lot of confusion and people were taking other people's tables, serving other people, and it was really hectic. So stick to your tables.
Yeah, you need to stay focused on who you have and what you have. One of the things, if you've never served water or served out of a pitcher and you're nervous about it, take the glass away from the table, because otherwise you'll dump the whole pitcher on the table. Put it on the tray stand. I haven't seen the pitchers you're going to use. I'm sure the cafeteria pitchers.
They have tops. Is that
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, because a normal pitcher that has a spout, to be honest, with the ice in it, it's easier to pour it on the side. So you just turn it sideways. You pour it out of the pitcher, that's where the ice gets clogged and it jumps out. So it looks like a great invention, but it doesn't work. Just pour it out of the side.
All right, so a couple things for closing. I'm going to send you another email to give you any last minute information. And my contact information is on there, so feel free to get back to me with anything you need. And then on Saturday, you'll check in with me and we'll give you a table diagram, name tag, anything you need. And then make sure that I have your information. So if you haven't already check in on your way out. And if you're not one I already have listed here, just put your name and your email address on the back of the page. And that way I can communicate with you. And we have muffins and cider. So feel free to grab that on the way out. And thanks for coming in early. Do you have anything else?
The only thing is we still need more volunteers. We have a lot of tables and a lot of people to serve in a very short period of time. So we would appreciate if you guys would talk to your friends and ask them to come, even if they didn't go through this training. Because one of the things that we're doing is we're actually recording this. And so we're going to put it up on YouTube. So anyone who isn't here can actually just take a few minutes, look at it on YouTube and understand what's going to go on that evening. So please encourage your friends to come as well. It will make your job a lot easier if you've got more people there. We really could almost use half as many again. So, we'd love to have your friends there.
Yes.
What do we tell them to search on YouTube?
I'm sorry?
It'll be in the email.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I need to see if I can edit a movie and post it and get it out there. So once I know what the link is, then I'll send it out through email.
So you'd have to forward it to your friends.
Yeah. It's going to go viral. I know it. Be on the news.
So Mrs. Library, could you just real quickly, because we've had some people come in late, what
Yes.
time they need to report and what they're supposed to wear?
Okay, please on Saturday wear jeans and your class t-shirt. If you don't have that, any Northwest t-shirt will be fine. And then check in at the kitchen, the cafeteria between 6:15 and 6:30. If you can come earlier, like around 5:30, that's great. We have jobs for you to do. All right. Thanks again.
And if any of your
Here's the
juniors,
sheet.
would you let her know or mark that you're a J next to that? There's special arrangements for the juniors, so we need to know if you're a junior or not,
And
okay?
please take them off as you leave.
Thank you.
Don't take them, I get what's left.